Hananiah had told the people that God would break the yoke of Babylon, freeing the people to return home within 2 years. And while his message undoubtedly sounded appealing to the people, it was a lie. And it resulted, watch this, in God removing Hananiah from the face of the earth. Instead, watch what Jeremiah does. He writes this letter to the people and he says to them, listen, I know what Hananiah said. I know it sounded good. I know he said it was you about to get out of there. I know he had you packing your bags, packing your boxes, doing a demographic search, going to Zillow and looking for homes in Jerusalem. But I need you to understand that you're going to be in Babylon for at least another 70 years. And he says to them, since you're going to be there, I'm talking, since you're going to be there, he tells them to do 3 things. He says 4 even. He says that number 1, y'all ought to settle down, build houses, marry, and pray for the prosperity of the city in which you find yourselves. My brothers and my sisters, isn't it amazing that in Jeremiah's day, it's like it is in our day? And here's how it is. Y'all want to know how it is? It's amazing that we live in a time when the people of God prefer sympathy over prophecy. Let me say that again. We live in a time where people who are in covenant with God, who belong to God, people who told God that they would give him their hand and give him their heart, that they would follow him wherever they go. When it gets rough, when it gets tough, when it gets turbulent, when it's uneasy, when the road is rocky, instead of referring to prophecy, we want sympathy. I'm going to talk whether y'all want me to or not. That is to say, we would be rather be comforted by being told what we want to hear versus being confronted by what we need to hear, so that we can make ourselves ready for that which God has already prepared for us. We prefer sympathy over prophecy. We prefer sympathy because sympathy does not confront us. Sympathy says to us that we are owed something. Sympathy gives us a sense. I'm preaching whether y'all want me to or not. Sympathy gives us a sense of entitlement. But prophecy will confront you and tell you this is what God has said, but everything that God has said is a contingency. In other words, if you ain't ready for it, God ain't gonna give it to you.